famed, of course, for my unique red skin and unparalleled skills as a general of the House of War, I, the Red Prince, was raised within the vast palaces of the fabled Forbidden City. I was destined to become the next emperor. But my ambitions suffered a bit of a setback when I fell from grace for cavorting with demons. Now, I'm exiled and hunted by assassins. But I assure you, I remain undaunted and as determined as ever to claim my rightful throne.
I used to be a slave, kept under the thumb of the master, the bastard that made me hunt down my own kin. How did he do that, you ask? With the living scar you see on my cheek, this horror that takes no more than a song sung by Master Dearest to control my very thoughts. But now the tables have turned. I broke my shackles, and when I finally find him, I will make the Master sing a very different kind of song.
Once I was a crusader for the Divine Order. I pledged my life to Lucian the Divine. The war changed everything. He sent me to save the elves I grew up amongst. I arrived too late. Lucian ordered the use of death fog against the Black Ring, annihilating everyone I once knew in the process. Now I'm a mercenary killer, one of the infamous Lone Wolves. And my next target is none other than Lucian's own son.
Oh. I was just thinking about someone I used to know. My cousin, the Queen, in fact. A tyrant. I tried to stop her, but things don't always go according to plan. She cast me out to a forgotten island, and made short work of my allies, too. Lucky for me, I was able to commandeer a ship, and began a new life for myself, out on the high seas. Aye, but I hear that the Queen is at it again, and there's something darker behind her madcap schemes this time. If I don't stop her, I don't know who will.
All my life, I've been a performer, a musician, beloved and celebrated by all. But I have a secret. I'm also a playground for sprites and spirits and worse. The voice that rings inside me now is darker than any that came before. Almost caused a bunch of my fans to rip each other to pieces. But you can trust me. I've got this under control. Step 1. Find out who, or what, is trying to take control of my mind. Step 2. Make it sorry it ever tried.
Oh, don't stare. How would you look after eons in some ghastly crypt? Your people are rather prone to death. Mine are not. Yet when I emerged from my completely unjustified imprisonment, I found them gone. Our culture forgotten. Any trace of the world I knew all but obliterated. I must even hide my true face beneath an ever-shifting mask for fear you savages will attack me. That is how I wander this strange world. Trying to uncover the truth about a history you primitive people never even knew existed.
Try again.
I'm ready!
Meet your maker.
Prepare!
I'll yield to none.
Greet the Reaper for...
Better luck next time.
Prepare yourself!
Nice try.
I'm ready!
Meet your maker.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the Magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared, and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. but instead I became part of their story.
So, still a bit groggy. Easy now.
Well, look what the dog dug up. You're lucky they didn't. Although, seeing someone wrapped up like that, they better keep that hook. No lesions, no trauma. He was bled by magic.
Now, where did I leave my calipers? There you are. Not too tight, I hope. In the meantime, your next stop, you'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
No known associates. In fact, he seemed quite averse to spending time with the others.
Why? Because we're at sea, of course, and have been for several days.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word. You do so well. I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. A new life awaits. And if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. And why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then...
You better stop before you hurt yourself. All will, but there you have it. See? The collar's function. You for your own peace of mind.
Good gods!
A young magister stands pale and... Behind the magister, a blooded man...
Easy now. Why don't you move along? Guess Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. You surprised? You're one of them. You know what sorcerers are capable of? Small ones this time. We'll find out who did it.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless not with that cop. Listen, bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold. Think about it. It's who's your... You let me know. Did the murderer take him into this room? Or was he already here?
As the dead man's flesh slides down your throat, you feel his consciousness enter yours. His memories are yours to experience. You are Finn. Your heart is heavy. You know too much. It's all too much. You met him. A bright light blinds you, then fades. You feel a tremendous power in your hands, but they are shaking so hard you can bear. Suddenly you're on this very ship, crouched in a corner, hugging your knees. A figure approaches, and she reaches a hand toward you. You grasp it. The memories end. You are no longer Finn. You return to yourself with a jolt.
This is a rare kind of magic. I'll need to write to headquarters right away. No known associates. In fact, he seemed quite averse to spending time with the others. Now, where did I leave my calipers?
One of us in our own. They're picking us off. Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up? You think me mad? Mad? Insufferable, surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
Do you know Losa? She's... Please? I'm here because I'm magic. Are you here because you're weird?
You look a little bit elfish. Maybe your daddy was an elf. My daddy's name is Frida. He's waiting for me at home. I'll go home soon.
Ah, there you are. Husband. Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no account how very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refuses to be confused with anyone else. What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great...
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and...
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we? You presume right. Nope, trying not to find anything out, thanks. But I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. You take care, though.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural... As quickly as they came,
Good luck, Chief.
I'm busy watching for clues.
a scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murder.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
We used to know each other.
Standing far back from Ifan grins.
Same as he was at 14 years old. No. The dead man. Finn, is it?
He glances...
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough. The Joy. I've heard a lot. Wonder if we'll get to meet the Ringmaster himself. Easy now.
What are you
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that
Name.
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls...
Away with you.
Ifan performs an elaborate...
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me.
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. He raises an eyebrow.
Listen up, boy. You hear that? The ship, of course.
His eyes...
Murder? I wouldn't know it. I kill a man.
His eyes...
Whether they catch me is an...
A wave of sound washes over you.
And? Sick as a leper's cat. But there's more. There now.
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news. It's the wheel. The wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful Egypt? Burn my beard. That means if we've been traveling for... Yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy. No indeed, boy.
The dwarf leans back from the...
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
He continues stroking his beard.
Did you see the body? They ought to let you taste a bit. Maybe you'd find out who done it.
Well, well. What have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell. Let's size you up.
The lizard looks you up and down. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of...
There's some discoloration, as well as a rather disconcerting lack of tongue and gums, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a now then to business. You will answer me... music to my beleaguered stomach. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor? Oh, but to feel the caress of satin on my scarlet skin once more. A most satisfactory. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one... The very basics, then, I suppose. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. As per your own testimony, you can cook, tailor, and groom. Well, I offer you my sincerest congratulations. As of now, you are my slave. Of course you accept. Mine... Anyway, you may leave me for a moment. We'll go over your duty.
Like wolves around a campfire.
Name? The Divine... Well, you aren't here on...
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous... He reaches out.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his...
Ah, yes. Then my name is Fane. I am a scholar from... Well, I am a seeker. It is pleasurable to meet you. Hardly. I've been reading this. It is simultaneously too detailed. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history? Oh, please. I have no interest in... No. I want to know about the Celestial. This text tells me that they... Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind? Of course you don't have any useful information. Why did I expect anything? Now please, run along.
No amount of pest...
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard.
I spent... Meanwhile, the man...
Always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Mezd.
An elf sits tucked away.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look. Rolling dice? Deciding fates.
She eyes you
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
She looks at you in surprise when you bare an arm of bone.
My. Guess I'll have to find out the memory from Marrow, won't I?
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
You were in a cellar. You were thinking of flesh. Or, to be rather more precise, of course it is. The truth's right there, skin deep. So, but don't you worry, darling. I don't lick and tell. Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with a...
Never say never, though.
What are you trying to hear, anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
Here to register, sir. You faring okay so far? I'm glad to hear it. You head on in now.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard.
Those bolts trained on her.
Standing at the center of the room, you...
So you admit it then? You murdered...
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God! The woman's... You there, sorcerer! Go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
By all means, do as the officer says. But you had better hurry.
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts Source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with...
Precisely.
What happened?
The young woman lies. She doesn't stir.
Again? along before this thing snaps into splinters!
The hound paws desperately at its snout. The dog notices you for the first time and
You sorcerer!
it sneezes suddenly and paws.
Can't smell. Please, make it stop.
The hound sees you reach.
God damn it! We need to get off this wreck and quick! Damn, that doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards!
You pass through the door and are suddenly face to face with an undead. The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia.
No. What damn... It catches fire. It turns into must when wet. It cannot even...
The skeleton looks up.
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be...
The skeleton groans.
I know that you were mortal once, but could you not have let their ignorance fall away with your flesh? I have neither lungs to drown nor stomach to poison. This ship's fate. No, damp robes are the most I have to fear. Once this glorified skiff hits the skew, on the other hand, would be better placed finding a lifeboat. I dare say you would be hopelessly lost in the ocean. I believe you did. Although I was wearing... I had a mask, rather ingeniously designed. A mask that was stolen by that damned witch after... Still, she'll drown with the rest of these fools. And I will simply pluck my mask from her cold, dead hands.
The skeleton holds up his...
I am trying to discover if there is anyone worth saving. And I will be damned if I let the lives of some mayflies get in my way. Go on. Go. Swim or drown or do whatever takes your fancy.
Great God! Something's pounding on the hull!
The marking on the door was painted recently. Judging, you press your palm against the door. It doesn't. The door groans.
Something's breaking through!
Death? Good thing I'm immune. Still, this means trouble.
That means there's still a chance.
Shut your trap, kid. Children and dwarfs first, just like the old stories say.
The dwarf yanks at one.
You said there were other people down there.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time to get the hell out of here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you! There's a ladder right over there.
You're gonna be the death. That's what you think.
Wait! Void Woken!
These beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
I thought Void Woken was supposed to be scary.
Let the games begin.
I've faced worse.
They who are about to triumph.
Worms take. No telling where there might be more. We need to move.
Let's not tarry. This old tub is about to burst.
They smelling worse than death.
She tries to speak, but can only gape as she clutches her neck. With jagged movements, she raises her clenched fist and whole blood quickly soaks through the cloth. Magister Siwan's mouth opens and closes, her eyes wide in terror. It's working. The pressure is stemming the flow of blood. Siwan clutches your arm. Something within the ship snaps. The floorboards shudder. Siwan struggles to her feet, clinging to you tightly.
Ripping the ship apart! This is it!
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Orivan.
Those Voidwoken make short bloody work of the ship. Am I the lone survivor? It seems someone, something, wanted me alive.
Voidwoken! Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn, they made it to shore. I thought these bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay. Drowned and eaten by a Voidwoken. I wonder in which order. Look here, Quercus. Another giant. My word, this blasted isle is... What's that? Yes, I did see how it made short work of the great Acorn's servants. Quite right, very impressive. But that is no reason to trust it. Giants like that destroyed our forests. What? Dear me, have you taken leave of all 6 of your senses? Oh, I see. You cunning devil, Quercus. Of course, we need only follow in its big, wide shadow and be safe. Egad! It speaks our tongue, Quercus! Hush before... What do you mean a good time for introductions? You know full well who I am, you silly old cat. The great Solora, grandest of the... Oh, introduce myself to the No, we will have... Now, onwards! Shield! Venture forth! Our shield speaks, Dear me. Speak! Shield! What? A giant body? Surely, even the tall folk know that Rivellon was bare, beautiful and perfect until the giant... They carved the... But someday, the great acorn will... Oh, Quercus, it wants... What tree did the great acorn fall from? Where... Some question... The great acorn will come. What do you say? No, quite right. Rather, we must find a way to live together in peace. Although it would be quite a bit easy. Perhaps the shield will let them know as... Aye, the giant takes notice...
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep. The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer.
And a dutiful servant you are too. The chances are I wouldn't have survived. You have my gratitude.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero. Nevertheless, one good turn does deserve another. Now then, if there's nothing further... I'm sure I don't mean to sound condescending.
He sighs.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? Touché.
He looks out over the water.
As for I see continents dotted with mighty cities. What do you mean? What do I mean?
Suddenly, having all the...
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. The very same. I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World-Tamer. Of course you...
There's a brief moment.
That said, the grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you were, truly. Fine. On what... For reasons I'll not disclose, I've reason to believe one of them may be present. Jolly good. The undead? Like you come now, did you really think a handful of linen towels can fool me? But don't worry. I have studied the arcane arts for years, so now that's... Even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence... As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even subterfuge. What say you? Wizardry is embedded in my nature as deeply as the instincts to breathe and drink and mate. The dominion over fire suits me best, truth be told, but very well. Onwards, then.
The Red Prince nods.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be traveling with a prince. As your luck, of course, there are other...
A black cat. Some would see this as an omen.
The cat's eyes are clouded.
What? What? No, that can't be. Huh? Yeah.
The cat opens his...
I've spotted something. Wonder where this leads.
As the alcove opens up, you see the same skeleton. He's leaning over a corpse.
Bugger. How on earth am I supposed to...
Skeletal fingers reach down and grip the skin of the dead man's face, pulling sharply...
Damnation. That stuck fast. I wonder, does the beard act as... Ah! No! Stay back! Oh, it's you. I must admit I'm surprised. Perhaps you're more buoyant than I suspect. Why, it's a face that seems rather stubbornly I would normally employ. I could then craft a mask.
The skeleton grabs the corpse by the cheek.
Because my own was stolen from me. And the idea of being chased across Rivellon by every idiot... I hardly need to tell you how these savages react to seeing bone. Oh, get away! Monster! Hide the children! You are simple beasts. And you So, if I am to traverse this land... Oh, don't be ridiculous. I cannot simply sit about waiting for the rest of you to die. Indeed. I may be the only at least from this realm. A cult? Hardly. I could ask you to imagine an Eternal as a creature. We studied the mysteries of the universe. But I will find them. Wherever they are, I will find them. Ah, well, that is every one of your... Perhaps my... Regardless, they are not here. But I will find them. I suppose. You seem more at ease in this world than I. Excellent. While we are conversing, of course the arcane arts are my little speciality. But being a brilliant wizard does not mean I cannot handle blade or bow. So, which do you require for this enterprise of yours? I could do that with one hand behind my spine. Splendid. Very well.
The cat's eyes are clouded...
Is it not enough that you travel with... Go on then, bark away. Let's see if we can find it. Well, I thought... Or, perhaps, and this is just a... Oh, I think. As much, I imagine, as you think. Not that there is anything wrong with you, of course, just that you're... Well, not all that impressive. Well, regardless.
The skeleton pulls a note...
Sorry, do carry on. Just act as you do the Mask of the Shapeshifter. In my time, it was nothing more than a novel. I crafted one for my child once. She spent the day trying to Of course, now that torn. With that mask, I can shapeshift and walk through this world looking like... It certainly makes traveling through towns easier.
I repeat myself.
I know nothing of any Verdus.
We already know the truth, Magister. Now stay back, sorcerer.
We know you've been helping.
I'd sooner cut my tongue.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more...
This can't be serious.
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister. Whatever she meant.
Natusa pinches the...
Stop! My father. The fate of our realm. Dallas?
Yes, you're...
I... I repeat myself.
I know nothing of any Verdus.
We already know the truth, Magister. Now stay back, sorcerer.
We know you've been helping
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander.
If you can tell the Godwoken no...
This can't...
You should... Stop! My father. May the fate of... Dallas?
Yes, you're...
I...
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
Listen.
The Lizard Magister, or what's left of her, lies in a puddle of gore.
She was a lizard, yet a magister. No matter her reason...
These creatures are so prone to violence. Naturally, the...
A single name throbs across your brain. Verdas, Verdas, Verdas! He must escape. He cannot die here. He cannot!
Come on, old man. I can't wait all day. find out.
Did you see them, sir? Bishop Alexander and the Hammer herself, they were so close. They were just there.
Your griff teaches you to bully others. Not now.
Pathetic.
You keep his name out of your mouth. You
Dear one, help me teach this.
respect. Huh.
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves, revealing well-muscled and
Just stand aside, won't you,
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts griff. Especially not.
Burrow looks you both up and...
Ah, get out of...
The elf smiles.
Follow me, before more of them trouble us.
There is a safe...
Ifan rolls his sleeve.
Good work there.
He grips your hand.
Say, I've just got a small errand to run. And then I'll be looking to get the hell out of here while I've still got a neck.
He shrugs.
Mercenaries. It's a job. My job. Everyone needs...
The little black cat trailing you hisses at him, hair raising a ridge along its back. Without batting an eyelid, the man rumbles a lupine growl. The cat hides behind your leg, mewling. He stands still as a statue, flinty eyes glimmering with menace. A raw animal power exudes as your bones clatter, his stone...
Come, there's no quarrel between us. We can help each other.
He grins.
So, before we hit the road, survival's my main priority. I'll use every trick in the book to keep us alive. But if a wayfarer's not what you're after, dexterous arts. What are you looking for exactly? A tapestry embroiderer? Can do.
He scans the horizon for threats.
Right you are.
Gonna pray all day, buddy?
You're kind of getting too big for your but you're kind. And the dwarf.
I saw what you did there. Convincing Burrow not to lay down the law on...
Hey, I know you.
Losa, the dark-eyed jokes to you.
Back then, I was... you. Nothing like a nice tentacle slap across the moor to set the tone for the week, eh? Me too. Did you hear something? When you were in the water, I mean. I heard the same. Do you know?
Losa's voice catches in her throat. She is stock-still, waxy-skinned, her eyes dark. Her head snaps to you. Light suddenly flashes back into her face. The grey veins drain to pinkish flesh.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Ah, it's nothing really. It's just... I'm just a bit... well, a bit... Put it like this. You've never been a... But I'm a roadside inn. Red like a god's damn gold star inn for the disembodied.
She gives you a...
You seem pretty well adjusted. Ain't that just the truth? So, how are you enjoying the joy? Yeah. So, you want to check this place? It does, right? Before we head out, I've got... Lately, I've been into the enchanting arts, but I can shoot. Sounds fine. So, yeah? Hey, wait a sec. Till then.
Is it not enough that you go on then? Bark away. Is it not enough that you travel? Go on then. Bark away. Let's see if we can find any
Oh, I don't feel so good.
I'd say we're making good progress already.
Are you certain you want to dismiss your companion? His eyebrows...
Can't say I'm not sorry to see you go. Good luck out there.
Hey there, old buddy, Well, that was easier than I thought. And I'll do my best to stay myself. Lead the world, duh. I'm sure that disguise will fool most people, but most fleshy folks aren't really alive anyway. Don't sweat it. Or whatever it is you do. Now, let's go.
The divine himself, Lucian. Shrines turned into...
Bow your head, please! If we chant the endless... You know what I mean, elf. The time of source is over.
The man wags...
Oh, but I do.
You there. You've just arrived, isn't that right? Are you... In that case, listen up. You must think me mad to approach a stranger, but this... I've been here a long time. I have a way out of here. Are you interested? Attaboy. The plan's simple. Completely foolproof. I have a spell that I can use to teleport. There's an artifact that you can use to teleport. It's found its way into a nest of crocodilians on a secluded beach nearby. Not enough to trouble a fire. Get that artifact.
I don't think I ain't watching. That's your fifth blue jester this round. Yeah, what of it? Ah, Crummy, you got...
What are you doing here? Thought Griff had you strung up. That's so?
The lizard's brow knits together.
What? Oh, new advice. Goods.
What do you want, freak? Out the fort? To where? Make it quick. Sure. Pelham, I made it. I never seen one myself, but me cousin up hell if I know.
So this is Fort Joy.
The delivery. Surely you'll have one.
What a crumbling disaster.
Oh.
Griff is slowly...
What? Out with it.
He smirks.
I'm listening. Thugs. Can't help you there. If I could, I wouldn't be here.
He points the tip of his blade at the...
I solve my own problems. They'll cure you of your soul. Sure. Have a look. Good stuff, huh? Leave him be.
Listen, I can help you.
Shut up, elf. This clown. You caught him stealing from my kitchen. Still won't say we caught him red-handed trying to make off with a second crate after he took the first. Went down like a red supplies. Crate of food, citrus in particular. He'll talk, or he'll die quiet. Alls I want is my supplies. Happy to let this clown die in a gutter instead of my kitchen. Bring back my crate and listen up.
Not like this. There's too many of them.
Then it looks like...
I repeat.
Stay back, sauce.
We...
I do not come this count.
You should stop that. I...
Listen. What a waste. Listen.
Come. We'll be needed elsewhere.
Hush, little. Hush now.
The Lizard Magister.
She was a lizard. His creature...
A single name.
Come on then, Legsy. Pay up.
Dear one, help me teach this beast. He must respect.
Respect.
An intent.
Lone wolf.
The thug.
Pay up, Elf. No one short you two up. Now come on, Elf.
And neither
we got.
I don't feel so good.
Follow me. Before
I've an errand to...
Remember, there is a safe...
Hello? You gonna pray all day, buddy? Is that indigestion, or is it... Oh God, not now. I know you.
Losa.
Back there. You. Nothing like a nice tentacle slap at me too. Did you hear something? I heard that. Do you know?
Losa's voice. She is stock still, waxy skin. Her head's light.
Anyway. But like a god.
She give.
Ain't that just so? How are you enjoying the... Yes. Before we... Lately I've been... It sounds fine. Yeah? Well, that was easier than I thought. Well, now.
You there. In that case, I've been here and I have a... Are you at the... Let's not get that artifact.
What a crumbling
Leave him
disaster.
be. Listen, I... Shut this clown. caught in red supplies. Alls I want is my supplies. Ain't been here long.
He twirls his...
Divine's gone. Listen up.
Not like this. There's too many.
Let me guess. You're here for a match. Ha! That's...
Leave me. Go.
She bends over double in a...
Mercy. Leave me. Get away.
She groans in pain. Refuse...
Leave me. Go. You...
She groans in pain. Refuse...
Watch us.
The old dog looks up at you but doesn't lift his greying head from his...
I'm Buddy.
The tip of his tail stops.
It's no use anyway. You're nice. Emmy would have... She was my mate for the last 7, carried the 2, plus 50. 5 years! I love... Hey, let me show you some... Ooh.
The dog focuses at...
Frightfully busy at the moment, love. Haven't got any liquor on hand, have you? Ah, all the worse for old Dane. Exactly. Our healer's walk. Frightfully busy at the moment, love. Well, what a swollen swine you are. This fella won't accept the healing I've offered him. Poor fella over there.
Out my face. Those bleeding fools think... You think you're so fancy with your flashy abracadadoodle, don't you? Fat, who needs you? Fat chance. I'd wrestle death to the ground and make him scream. Ain't you the poet? Here, if death... I caught a blow too many from those. Why'n't you take it? Careful, though. If you ain't a... Medicine.
Our healer's walk isn't...
All you need's a strong constitution. Got something.
A little reprieve from the din outside.
State your business. Certainly. If it's trade, that's for you to decide. The exiled pig. I'd heard they'd sent you here, but I'd hoped you'd have drowned yourself before crossing. Bow before pigs. Get away from me, pig prince. Now!
Thank you for your help with that, thug. Our kind of few here. We must help each other.
The elf appears momentarily puzzled.
As far as I'm concerned, you are noble and just, in both actions and appearance. I hear of no escapes. It gives me great pain. I'm with my family. We are making beautiful in this cave. We trust the healer. She is young, but she sees. She knows more than we know. Wait, I am not here without your help. I do not forget this. For you, a prize. Thank you.
Got you! I'll stab you right in the eye! You can't get me! Whack! Back, evil oaf! I'll spare! You're really fun! Ready? Go! You found me! Go! Ooh! Wow! You're really... I know how to spell introduce. My way is too small for you. You'll have to find another. Hope you brought a shovel.
What's this?
This hole is too small for you to squeeze into.
One must put in due effort if one is to reap the proper reward.
Wither, this is my new...
Please, small child, leap.
But he's really nice.
Why? A groan. You're back. And you brought... What is this?
Go on.
You, dead walker, tell me true. Stand you with the source hunters, or do you serve the town at Brachus Rex? Ancient history. Can it have been so in my day? Your kind were most mysterious. I'd heard only rumors. I'd never met an elf myself. Oh, I've been a wicked king, it was. Brachus Rex by name. The order of the source hunters discovered a great horror. Yet my failure was absolute. I am not fit to bear the insignia. Please, good sir, you must seize the spear. Good sir, you have set my body free. Free to crumble to dust at last. But my spirit... Blood! Then you may be glad you have escaped the curse of... After he interred me in this cell, he must have drawn my very soul away from me and stored it elsewhere. But I know this place well. I could lead you to its likely location. In turn, you would... Marvelous, my friend. Marvelous. You'll first have to get inside the fort itself. There's a secret switch on a statue of the Seven in the courtyard. Surely you know it. The switch will open a hatch, and you'll be led into the prison's main floor. I suspect Brachus would have made me a supplicant, a slave to these walls. Death without your soul. I was fully briefed about this awful place. I never thought I would become one. Fort Joy is a dangerous place, my friend. Here, he and his researchers crafted... Good sir. There was no intrigue for me. After he and... But I know this place well. Marvelous, my friend. The switch... Brachus would have made me a supplicant.
Wither is free. Now he can be happy. Well, yeah. A lot. A lot. But he's my... You're right. Here, take this. If you can find... So, Wither Torone up so... If you're not going to help Wither, you might as... Go on. Don't...
No one tells me there are so many children in this Fort Joy. Magisters I handle, but small ones. We do not have many in my tribe anymore. I never know how lucky we are.
As you approach the young elf...
Hey, listen, I don't know what you mind. Whatever you say, boss. Hey. Hi. Easy. I'd say we get out of this place.
The young girl's eyes are covered, but...
Ah, hello. I see you come a long way. I see you come here seeking a great adventure. Do you find it? I see it before my eyes. Your life is not your own. Your life is... Ah, you help him. Your open heart surprises even you. Bless me. I am glad to see you.
Her eyebrows...
There can be a way. Amiro knows. But he is gone.
She nods quietly.
He is caught by those who hurt him. I wish so much for his return. And he tells you what you seek. You bring me... I see something that helps. I see a lizard. He is a lizard of many dreams, of far feeling. You do not free Amiro without him. Yes, please ask. I knew we must be here. It is safer here. Oh, I do not cover my eye. He is a very black... You understand when you meet him.
Is it not enough that you travel? Go on then.
Ooh.
Just as you're about to...
This man is a dreamer. As you permission.
He bids the dreamer then choose. He falls asleep. To your surprise, the Red Prince lies... The Red Prince pinches the bridge of his nose in apparent irritation before you receive a withering...
A deserved bit of sarcasm, I suppose. But though this stingtail turns out I'm being... The dreamers, though, they're on my side. And of course it is. I was born with the promise of an empire, but to keep it, I must find a second dreamer. A greater one. Bahara is her name, and she resides in the swamplands east of the fort.
You know, I could tell you all about swamp dreamers too.
Huh? What? But I was... It was... And you smell of burnt hair and barren dreams. But supplies? Though I'd guess Mr. Griff is more upset about the Drudene than the citrus. It's all here, I'm afraid. On my person. You found I need to dream. I, above all others. It may be hard for you to understand, but my kind, we dream. Before I was caught, before I was brought here. But just as I was about to see how it happened, so you see, I cannot give back the Drudene, not only for myself, but for all of us. My dream. Blood. And it won't be long before he'll have it. With all his... Fine, take the Drudene. I'll find more. Don't mention my name to Griff. Don't mention my name to Griff. Please.
Here you are. I wonder what keeps you, for I am an elf. The tongue of others is not my tongue. We are unfamiliar, yet familiar. So tell me. Start from the beginning. Start from where you come. I see. Now tell me more. Tell me what I understand. Now tell me how your story ends. Power. Power comes from strength, and strength comes from growth. It is nothing. Many fragments swirl on my shore. See what I gather.
Say, I don't know any I won't say it again.
Got it.
Worse than war rations, these.
Griff glances from his blade to you.
Spare the indignation and hand it over. Now. Good boy. Looks like everything's accounted.
This Griff is nothing but a thug.
I don't want Stingtail's blood on my hands.
Griff would kill a fellow over petty theft. Giving up Stingtail is no better than murder.
I'm right chuffed. Tell me who you found them on, or you're going to have to answer to me, my knife, and each one of my people. And your little elf friend won't make it out alive. Oh, you must think I'm playing with you. I don't play. Hand them over.
Magister.
Now stay back, sorcerer, and stay.
Hush now.
It does not end here. Not at all. And you. I'll see you soon. Very soon.
I'm fading.
Need I repeat myself?
Stay back, sorcerer.
We know you.
I do not cut.
If you could...
You should. My friend Dallas.
Yeah.
I.
What a waste. Come. Will be needed
The Lizard
elsewhere.
Magister, or...
She was a lizard. These creatures are so prone to violence.
a single name.
Come on then, Lexi.
Dear one.
Respect.
An intense...
Just stand.
Lone Wolf. The Thug.
Pay up, elf.
Indigestion, or is it... Oh, God. Not now.
You two. Now come on, elf. If you make me say it...
And neither will I.
Is that indigestion, or is it... Oh, God. Not now. Is that indigestion, or is it... Oh, God. Not now.
We got us.
I don't feel so good. Hello? You gonna pray all day, buddy?
Follow me, before more...
I've an errand to run around here.
Remember, there is a safe place.
You gonna pray all day, buddy? Hello? You gonna pray all day, buddy? Stay down, you! Hey, I know you.
Closer.
Back there. You. Nothing like a nice tentacle I saw you for when we get. So you managed. Do you?
Close. She is stopped. Her head's light.
But like a.
She.
Later. Yeah. Well, move now.
You there. It's just... In that... I've been here... I at the place. It's not enough to get...
50 bottles of tears, It's much better off.
This is delivery. Surely you'll have one.
What a crumbling disaster.
Leave him be. Shut this all.
It was
Divines, listen up. Not like this. There's too many of them.
The old dog looks... The dog focuses at...
Rest now. You'll hire
You think you're so fan... Why don't you check... Okay.
Amid the squalor of Fort, she was the one. Her eyes are focused on Eliz. No sooner have these words left your mouth than she turns about.
You caught me off guard. No one catches me off guard. There is
a push. Despite the precariousness of your situation.
Because it is my... You see, but now I'm free. I intend to raise the subject.
She drives the...
That makes you a liability. That makes you needle feed.
The bright spot.
Make your case and do it quickly. Escape. Oh, little needle mine, what should I do? You know what? I'm not quite...
With a casual flick of the wrist, she would...
Yes, the needle did find you rather tough to chew. Then again, I already knew I'd have to push hard, knowing what you really are. This may strike you as,
She tilts her head.
Let's discuss. You mean death as a rogue might suits me fine. Then follow me. But wait.
Just as you're about...
This man is a dreamer. As you know, I need a word with him. You may wait here, and so you shall. After can I?
He bids the dreamer he fall. The red
that's up.
You know, I could tell you all about swamp dreamers too. I chewed that much Drudenone.
Oh, do hold your prickly tongue.
Hey. Hi.
Are you certain you want to dismiss your companion? Are you certain?
Oh, really now?
What took you?
You're not quite certain you'll... As you're about to approach...
Listen, I need to have a chat with this here.
To your surprise, Sabine proceeds to throttle the unsuspecting lizard with one hand as she drives... You hear him yelp about the master, lone wolves. Then, quite suddenly, there's blood everywhere as Stingtail falls to the ground, face first into his own intestines. Sabine heaves a sigh of satisfaction. And as...
Chat's over.
So, that seemed just a tad excessive.
Hmm? Something on your mind? It's simple. He scarred...
She defies you.
Can you blame me? There it is. Anyway, what's dead is done, so let's move on, shall we? Despite my high hopes, this scar disfigures me. A search for the... Stingtail mentioned a...
Say, I don't know any...
The sun shines bright.
Are you certain you want to dismiss?
If we have different...
Yes, by all means, let us partake in the art of conversation. Bah! I should whip her, but there are broad waters. It's forgive. Still, you bewilder me just as much, don't you know? It was you who invited little Miss Needlework into the fold. Do you mean to tell me you're comfortable with what she's done? Of course he did. Like he was bid to. Doesn't bother you one bit, indeed. To see us preposterous.
Oh, I don't feel so good. Hey there, old buddy. Well, that was easier than I thought. And I'll do my best to... Well, duh. Most fleshy... Now, let's go.
Ooh. A little reprieve from the din outside.
The Red Demon. The exiled pig. Demons get away from me.
As you approach the young elf, Losa suddenly grabs...
Hey, listen, you mind?
She jerks her hand away.
I can't. I just need to talk to her.
She turns towards Sahela. She darts over to the elf without response. Losa suddenly snatches up...
You have to tell me.
The whites of Losa's eyes fade to grey. Then...
It rises in you even now, Losa. Do not let it. Be strong. Fight. Fight. You are okay. You are yours. No one else's.
Shut up. I don't want to hurt her.
Losa is rigid as a board, tense with the effort of holding
Leave me alone.
You are hurting.
Losa's eyes are black.
Let me go.
A sinister smile.
Chatty, chatty.
Losa, you must not defend her. She wakes if she is weakened. We must hurt her to protect her, you see?
I bet the elf blood tastes like honey. Like, let's fight.
You must weaken her to help her. almost enough. A few more hits. She comes back to us when she is weaker.
Yeah, thanks.
I do not see him.
What? Don't look at me like that. I didn't do anything. It was that thing, whatever it is. It's just a visitor. It has nothing to do with me. Good. Let's keep moving. I want to get out of this bloody place as soon as possible. I'm fine. Let's go.
The young girl's eyes are covered, but she turns towards you when you approach. She smiles as though she recognizes...
Ah, hello. I see you come along. Perhaps you keep going.
She laughs.
Many people do. Even if we are here, and I do not mean to disturb you. Ah, you help. You bless me. I am glad to see you.
Her eyebrow.
There can be a way. Amiro knows my protect. He is caught by those who hurt him. And you bring me great. I see something that...
What? Back off! You're really ready to go! You go! Ooh! Wow! You're really... I know... My way is too small for you. You'll have to find another. Hope you brought a shovel.
What's this? One must put in due effort if one is to reap the proper reward.
Good sir. You've set my... Then you may be glad you've... After he... But I know... Mom, sweet Brachus would have made me... I thought you... Here, death.
Wither is free! Well, yeah, you're right. Here, take this. If you can find...
State your business.
you are. For I am an... We are So tell me. Start from the beginning. I see, I see. Now tell me more. I understand. Now, you want reunion. Life is long. We can see the things we lose. Not with our eyes, but with our hearts. It is nothing. I hope you love your bell, my friend. Its chimes help you find what you seek, or help what you seek find you.
The woman looks out on the gent.
Haven't seen you around here before. New? Well, you here alone?
She gives you...
You think twice about facing this. Some of us haven't got anyone at all. It's nothing. If I haven't learned that... Used to be I had a family. Then they brought us here. Now I'm just waiting for him to call my name. Thank you kindly. Listen to me, bubbling on like a... You run along now, Dad. You remember what I said. I brought my own share of...
I found you, didn't I? Red, they said. Red, then. Not an attempt, mate. Time's up, you're up. It's stabbing time.
Damned nuisance these assassins are. It's their frightful manners I mind the most, really. That was rather fun, wasn't it? I do find it ever so
Oh, one gets used to this kind of thing. I'll tell you what, though. The House of Shadows will have to do a lot better if it's... All those bumblers they've sent so far mark a mere...
Come on, you stubborn hunk of gut.
The dwarf's fingers...
Eh? Oh, that. I won't reckon I might have had a... Now, if
the dwarf spits...
Bleeding nail must...
You grab the plank and pull.
Oh, look at that.
He winks and flips a gold coin toward you. It makes a long, high arc.
For your trouble. No, but I'd hoped to build something...
He sucks a finger.
Winds like these. She would have capsized before she reached the break.
He gives you a run.
Aye. Was planning to build me a raft and paddle off. I've got business north of here, in a town called Driftwood. Maybe you...
He stands before you and...
There's something of you, you know? You don't have to accept you. Why don't we make a deal then? That's this.
He lifts...
Pleased to make your acquaintance. The name's... Well, that's quite... Suffice to say, I'd at least be Captain Beast in better time. Anyhow, we're a team. Let's get down to... I've been up and down the realm so often it'd make your cabbage spin. And I picked up a few tricks along the way. May not look it, but I'm pretty light on my toes when I need to be. Then it's settled. Capital. Aye. But it seems you've no room for old Beast in your club. Let's team up, you and me. How do, partner? Right now, though. Aye. But it seems you've...
He drags...
Hey. Hi. Hey.
Are you certain you want to dismiss your companion?
Oh, really?
Let's team up, you and me. What do you... How do, part... Right now, though, the biggest thing on... Well, that's that sorted. Ah, well. My best mate's son is undead. Nothing to be Now, onward!
Ha! Collared like a dog. A very tall, very... I'd like to see you try, meatbag. Force courseth through me like a tidal wave, ready to break every your pathetic cowed head at my command. This power is my birthright, same as yours, but one of us has grown to astounding heights. But of course, they'll happily dump your meager bony corpse into the sea when they're through with you. Oh, the tragedy of it. Sorcerers dance while magisters pull the strings. Fools all! Their tomfoolery wins. Ha! Of course, precious. But which is worse, the cure or the disease? Easy, bone bag, or I'll root you to the ground and call a vote. Fullest of fine odor scum. Easy, bone bag, or I'll root you to the ground.
Goals, I guess.
Don't think I ain't watching. That's your fifth blue jester.
Yeah, what of it?
Looky here, mates. A fresh... Why don't you
You glance at your hand. Ralvo's eyes linger on the table, with a card...
Now, where'd you get a thing like that, mate?
Ralvo counts up...
Go!
Huh? What are you doing here? Thought Griff had you strung up by your ankles in the kitchen.
That ain't like him.
You know, now that I think of it...
Hope you'll behave.
What is it, weirdo? Your coin's gathering in a cave.
You there, elf? I'm looking for an inmate. A smallish man, thick spec. Have you seen him? None of your business in...
Please, can you... An elf! Stay away, cannibal! If I... Away.
She ignores you.
I'm not mad, darling. I'm not mad. Move aside, dwarf. Move aside. You're right. I'm sorry. My baby's... I last saw her just here, near 3 days ago. She was playing with her little doll, and I was washing out her tunic. This place turns people cold. Cold and wicked. That fellow... Yes, of course. Here, you should take it with you.
She soaks up...
She ought to come with you. Are an...
A fella can't hear himself think with all this racket. You hear that, Farah? You got... Aye, she needs help, but none that I can give. Matters a cooker, that one. Distraught don't even begin to cover it. She's hollering after that child, and there ain't no amount of...
As you approach the blacksmith...
If it would be acceptable, and if it would not be acceptable, well, that would render this entire conversation rather...
Fane approaches the blacksmith and quietly... You lean in to see if you can make out...
What is it with creeps like you and Master Niles? I told him to slither back to his dungeon, and you can get to...
Fane backs away, scratching his head. It seems that didn't... Amidst a crowd of screws, bolts...
And what you after? I ain't.
She looks up.
You looking to buy some? Found it in this. Never knew her to be much of a wrench head back.
She nods.
You looking to buy something? Or do you just want to waste my time with a whole lot of magic and metal, like most of Dallas is? For you? Hell no. Worthy is exactly the right word. Yeah, it's all manner of things.
Gonna pray all day, buddy?
Where's the oil?
Let me guess. You're Riv. Ha! That's the...
Worse than war rations.
Don't scare.
Griff glances from his blade to Griff.
Looks like everything's accounted for.
He raises an eyebrow.
Looks like someone did my job for me. Your guy's free to go.
An elf, caked in...
You believe what he says?
He perks up.
Sahela. Huh. She sees my trouble, of course. She already knows. It is all prepared. It is ready. I am too weak to go. But I must care for Sahela. You release me, I am grateful. Griff is a powerful man. Power is mysterious. I intend no harm. You understand, thank you. And it is done. And quick. I hold my end of the bargain. Sahela. She is everything. It is for all. Give me your map. I show you the way out.
I give you this amulet. You must pass it to the elves who still remain. Tell them Sahela is here.
I go to her. I wish...
No one tells me there are so many. I never know. I say...
Sahela, you are all right.
I am fine, Amiru. I am fine. I know they help us.
Yes, they do. It is as you say.
Sit, my friend. Come.
As you say. As you say. We have help. We survive. And soon we leave.
Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much.
Ah, you're back.
Oh, sure. Have a look.
You come to fight. You come to prove yourself. You come to be worthy. There can be only one.
When's it coming? Killing time to fight.
Warfare is worship. Good. Who aids you? Choose wisely, whether you fail or succeed.
fading.
There is no shame in loss.
I'm the
We
only
will
one
yet
with the
reveal
guts.
the one.
I deserve the glory.
There is no shame.
You are not the one. You are not the one. Pity.
No shame in loss. We will yet reveal the one.
The lizard's brow knits together, then apart, and back again. He...
Is that indigestion, or is it...
The divine himself, Lucian.
The shrine depicts Lucian the Divine, avatar of the 7 gods. It does not. The shrine depicts a low, your knees buckle. The shrine depicts you hear a...
He has spoken! Lucian has spoken! The eternal prayer! It worked! The divine! Even...
You cannot hurry the one. Patience does...
You peer at the statue. The droplet burns both hot and cold, and yet you feel no pain. You step toward...
I'll need to get clever with this lock.
Fasten tight. good reason for barging into a private room, buddy? Ow! You must be mad. And? Got no reason to Before you go, you haven't met a particular fella here, have you? Tall, black beards, intense way of looking at you. Punch up for metaphor? Wouldn't be surprised. Half of me's afraid he's gonna try and say... Anyhow, thanks.
Under lock and key.
Please. Gods know how much blood you have on your hands now. You can't let them go. This is our only hope against the Voidwoken.
Stefan rolls his sleeve.
Good work.
He stretches out one rough.
Suit yourself, say. I've just got a small errand to run.
He smiles broadly and...
Who in their right mind would think of a thing like this?
The woman looks up as you approach, wiping her brow with a grease-blackened hand.
What do you need?
Is that
I've spotted something.
Eating corpses?
The creature heaves through lips gummed with human gore.
You. Now, a little query. Where grows the yarrow? You want to leave? You want to go? Are you mad? your maker.
The dead man, creature, thing, lies in a heap on the beach.
Whatever it was, it had to die.
If I meet another,
The woman looks up as you approach, wiping her brow with a grease-blackened hand.
What do you need?
She ignores you and continues calling out for her Irma.
Wait all day.
She don't listen to reason. Maybe you'll have better luck.
Don't disturb me again, unless you've seen me go. You have seen him? Tell me, where was he?
The Magister goes slightly...
And you're very sure it was him?
The ring sits heavily in her hand. Her fingertips droop under its weight, and it seems about to fall to the ground.
He was my father. This can't be.
She stands, stop.
Pipe down, Flora. It's time to accept.
What did they do to him? What did they do to him? Leave me be! Leave! What did they do to him? What did they do to him?
can't talk now.
I'll yield to none.
Is what now?
Is it not enough that you travel with me? Go on then.
If you don't like the game, Topsy, you can fold.
The priest's jaws might be sewn shut with fishing wire, so hard.
Son, I'm not offended by the beast. No matter how...
He turns his attention to...
Did you think your merry band could try to toss Justinia into the sea and the clouds would turn to rainbows? A storm of your making still rages. When your flunkies scream for revolution, I know what they're really screaming.
Someone had to stand up to Justinia. Not all of us are like you religious types. You fold up your hands and pray.
I would sooner implore Duna to intervene than...
The priest collects himself.
May the Seven bless you, beast. Greetings, child. You must be... No one's truly fine alone, my friend. Go well, my child.
Send us your children. If you don't like the game, Topsy, you can fold.
No, no! Just because the pair of you are filthy I can't beat you.
Oh,
But why? When another divine arises, will source
Connor!
The woman looks up as you...
What do you need? Ha! The hammer got you curious.
She nods. What?
Clever lasser? Oh, I don't know. People do change. By all means, get an eyeful.
Is that indigestion, or is it... Oh, God, not now.
Heading into the kitchen? Don't try anything funny around, Griff. I'm watching you. Right? Nice and slow.
Not too worse for wear, are you? So, how'd it go?
I think this was the crate I was after. Looks like someone's cleared out most of the contents, though.
This is very... Thank you. Do not forget what I ask of you. I heal. It is not devotion to Sahela. I never hear all of luck to it. You are her...
She breaks into...
One friend brings another. He gets better, little by little. We are to thank you, my friend. I see your...
She squeezes...
I do not...
You are quite safe. I am so glad.
I only mean that if you think about it logically, she's much better. Please, excuse us.
You're talking to me, not him, Sam.
Oh, for the...
Say it again. What you said about my wife. Go on. Piss. Go on.
Well, it's the truth, and...
A flat smile.
She never did like you.
The man looks for a moment at the corpse.
Don't feel too bad. Fella had no...
He nods at you. He taps hammer to nail and doesn't look up.
Bastard.
The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns...
A duel?
quite right. Do seek my counsel. I highly...
When another divine arises, we'll
the dark with you.
Looking around Fort Joy, you feel excited. Early memories are overshadowed by a terrifying death. You are ever sodden, ever sandy. The smell of gut.
So, what's the news? Well, I certainly got lucky. Give me your map. I'll show you where.
A crate? I can't think about a crate now. My baby is missing.
Come. This way, in the back. Follow me. Perfect. Now, teleport me down. Hey. Hey! Over here. Perfect. Perfect. Now, teleport me down to the ledge behind me near the trees. You think this is a game? Oh, good luck escaping without me, you sodding ringworm.
You thought hard on the location of your fortune before passing.
Yes, by all means, let us partake in the art of conversation. I wasn't prepared for that. What now?
You got a good reason for barging into a private room, buddy. And? Ow! Before you go, you have feisty. And...
Well, you know, on purpose.
Hey, mister. It's a lot nice. I'm sure glad you went back to save the others. Saw one of them wringing out their tunic at the shore a few hours ago. Say hi for me. Ooh, that's a pretty one.
Brachus Rex, for it is he, the old king responds. The child has a small mirror in his hand.
I'm not supposed to talk to elves.
The child could...
You're weird. Are you a sorcerer? What are
The child's...
I don't see any sauce on you, or... Maybe you're right. They're gone now. The Magisters took them already. But you didn't die. I guess I am. But there isn't anywhere safe. You'll see. You can stay out here with me if you want. You don't seem that scary.
Brachus Rex, for it is he, the statue responds to you.
You gonna pray all day, buddy?
Don't become the
You
one
aren't the
by
one.
just a match. It's a...
There is no shame in...
Defeated. Tell me, what is your strategy in battle? An effective method. I will keep my eye. Perhaps next time battle... Someone
You
will
aren't the
yet-
one.
No way I'll be...
The dwarf cocks his head left. Marcus? Beast glances at you.
Best let me handle this. That's beast nowadays.
Right, sorry. Just hard not to see you as that wild-eyed troublemaker you used to be. It's been, what, over a decade?
Longer than that. Too bad I'm cooped up here. Things are looking grim out there. Justinia's planning something big. Really.
Oh, bigger than what she's already managed. Say a single word against her, and a royal copper will throw you in a dank cell or carve them. You're gonna need to blow this popweed stand if you want to stop her. But nab the key off that Kraus fella up above. Not the brightest of the Magisters. Would stick his head. I tell you to take care crossing the Divine Order, but from what I hear, you can handle this.
Word gets around, does it? My fight is strong. No
Perhaps
way.
next time.
The one. Patience.
Not drawing many winning cards of late, but I won't be crying over it. Aye, I ain't saying I'm some proper role. You've got enemies, haven't you? Ah, okay, I admit that one still creeps me out sometimes. You notice that, eh? Well, I'm a lot of things, so there's some things you ought to know about me. I'm sort of... Anyway, let's just get it out there. To make an overlong story over short, I started the rebellion and got caught and exiled to an island prison. Like Fort, and then I came upon the Victory. Nice ship. The Royal Sailors walk. I'm no pirate. I just play the... Now let's see how quick I can tell you the rest. Queen Justinia's ordered some... So, yeah. Hoping to find this Lohar fellow and stop the Operation Downfall. I'm no people pit. One way or another will slip past.
The one will walk among us, though not today.
Each day brings us one step closer.
You don't become the one by winning just a match or two.
Each day brings
You
us
are
one
not the
step.
one. Among us, though not today.
Easy, eh?
They'll get their hands on you and then... Any minute now they'll come. Any minute. I'm sure they're almost here. I'm right. You'll see.
Did you hear that? Something's up ahead.
You there, whatever you are. Did Brackus send you? Is he ready to apologize? Silence! I won't have the grovelling of that whelp Brackus delivered by some half-wit servant. Only
only when he prostrates. You truly are a dim-witted specimen, aren't you? I was to be wed to Brachus, but he flew into a rage after He put a curse on me, and all of my courtiers, transforming us into the beasts you see before you. He'll come to his senses sooner or later.
The slug's features
You seem in an awful hurry to leave. And you should have just You there, boy. Did Brachus send you? Silence. He put a curse.
The slug.
You seem in an awful hurry to leave. An awful hurry. You know what that makes you seem like to me? A spy. You should have... You there, whatever you are. How quaint. Kill him. You there, whatever you are. Servants these days. Stupid as turkeys, aren't they? When I get out of this place, I'll educate them all. Brachus is gone. You're telling me that my Brachus is gone? You're absolutely... I've lost too much time on that wastrel Brachus as it is. Take this proclamation and see that all hear of it. Princess Zenthia of the Firelands, go now. I expect the most eligible kings and suitors to be I suppose the small folk of Rivellon ought... He had mind only to play around with his blasted sauce follies. I gave him a good tongue-lashing about it in front of the... He transmogrified me and all my servants into...
To kiss the princess's slime.
Psst. Tell me.
The princess is looking so...
Princess Zenthia of the Firelands. Heed her...
Fasten tight.
Oh, hi. Oh, you. Oh, hi. Are you here for... Oh, good. That's for you, then. Bye-bye, Flea Scratcher, my Bob. This place, where...
How many of them did you let go?
The elf's skin is pale as a corpse's, but his eyes...
It's you!
Surprisingly...
The pain... I'm not the last. The bishop doesn't count. No, he doesn't count. I'm done for, but you'll know. They'll find you. They'll seek you out. That's their... You need to go. Dallas, after she took me, she did something. My head...
He giggles coquettishly.
I knew a man named Ollie. I knew a man named Ollie.
God, know how much blood you have on your hands now. You
can't let them go. This is our only hope against the Voidwoke. Sorcerer! What do you think you're doing, prowling around? Don't think so. You broke the rules by coming down here, Buck. Divines, huh? Traitors get... Greet the Reaper for me.
Prepare yourself.
sorcerer! What do you think? Don't think so, huh?
Eat. I'll yield to none.